What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of BKNY Hoops. If you are new to the channel, I am your host, as always, Rasheed White. All right, let's get into it. You guys actually see the title, you see the thumbnail. The New York Knicks, they were actually willing to actually risk all of their draft picks just to get Joel Embiid, and I'm glad. I don't know if it was God, I don't know who did it, but like something made them actually pull that decision back, and we're gonna get into this story here. This is actually wild and insane. I advise no team, right? And I was saying this for the last couple of years, not to trade for Joel Embiid. We're going to get into the reasons why that actually is. And it's not hate or anything like that. It's weaknesses, like just from a basketball IQ perspective, that for some weird reason, he hasn't corrected to this actual day over here, man. So let's get into the story. And let's see, hold on, let's see, here we go. Oops, this is not it. Here we go. All right, so right over here, it says, when healthy and in shape, he's an MVP caliber player after finishing as a runner-up for the MVP award in consecutive seasons. So again, this is a regular season award right here, right? I mean, the regular season and the playoffs are two totally different things right there. Right, so in the regular season, like there's a lot of teams playing back-to-backs, travel. They don't really game plan for you as much, like the preparation. There's a lot of things that factors into this stuff over here, man. But playoffs, I mean, it's just totally different right there. We're gonna get into it in a minute. All right, the lows of having a player like Embiid felt equally. The main knock on Embiid throughout his career has never been his ability, but his availability. Yeah, it's not just his ability. Yeah, we know he can actually score the basketball. But again, I just think his body type, his size, right, in today's NBA is a no-no. If this was like back in the 90s, and you didn't have all of these skilled players and all of this like three-point shooting, yeah, Embiid would be perfect. If you watch Shaquille O'Neal, like Shaquille O'Neal never really had to come out of the painted area and guard the actual perimeter or anything like that, man. Now Joel Embiid, in a lot of these senses, for the most part, has to. At least, especially if you get switched on to guards, you have to at least be able to hold these guys to at least two dribbles, man. I mean, you can't just get blown by and just get like an easy layup. You got to have some sort of lateral movement. It says New York Knicks avoided massive mistake with Joel Embiid. And Embiid has always been a handful for the Knicks in his last five games against New York. He averaged almost 30 points a game, 10-point rebounds, 29.6 were rounded off to damn near 30, and 5.4 assists. In fact, there's a chance that the Knicks could have made a move for Embiid last summer, according to Jake Fisher of the Steinline. And says once upon a time, Philly presumably could have extracted every pick that the New York possessed before it splurged on trades for Mikal Bridges and Karl Anthony Towns. The Knicks were always a rival threat. Yeah, I mean, that shouldn't get in the way of business right there, man. And, yeah, I mean, if you're Philadelphia, you're stupid, man, because the warning signs were really always there with Embiid, man. Even going back like 4, 5, 6 years ago, and especially like in the Summer Olympics. All right. It says right now Embiid looks like a shell of himself. He's down to 23.8 points per game after averaging a career-high 34.7 before missing the rest of the season with an injury. His percentages are down across the board as well. His three-point field goal percentages down to 30%. Ouch. Damn. Yeah, that's bad, man. Yeah, I mean, for a big, like in today's NBA, like a good stretch big should be at least be 36%. I mean, 30%, I mean, you're teetering on like Russell Westbrook numbers right there. And that's actually bad. I still think it's like, bad for him to actually just be shooting threes. You don't really, a guy with that physical dominance should not be shooting threes. I believe that you're actually bailing the defense out. And it's if the Knicks had hitched their wagon to Embiid, they could just easily be where the Sixers are, the outside of looking in the play-in tournament. Yeah, I definitely agree, man. And even if Embiid is actually really healthy, right, he still like kind of holds the basketball. You saw it in the Olympics. Last year he would get double teamed and he would hold the basketball. I mean, guys would be cutting, guys would be wide open. He turns the ball over a lot in that Atlanta series where everybody wants to blame Ben Simmons, but I mean, he had 33 turnovers in that series right there, and it's something that he hasn't really been able to actually correct. Also with Embiid, you also got to slow your offense down for him. I mean, you want to be able to play fast as possible before the defense actually gets, set up and be able to actually, load up on you. So if you look at Tyrese Maxey and the type of speed he actually really like possesses, I mean, they really should be like, kind of running their offense through him, and then Embiid kind of plays off ball. So that's another thing right there. His unwillingness to really kind of play off the basketball. He gets disinterested. And I think Karl Anthony Towns for the Knicks is a better fit, right? I mean, he's better off the ball. His 3-point shooting percentages is actually way, way better. I mean, he's like quicker, like in terms of being able to put the ball on the floor. Now, Cat is not the defender that Joel Embiid is, but this is what happens. This is what I'm talking about in terms of like today's modern NBA, right? This is where Cam Johnson dunks on him, and you see that, and I think he gets injured off this play right here.
Deep three-pointer on that last possession.
Yeah, so I think it was in this series he actually hurts his knee right there. And oh, hold on, this didn't actually come out right. All right, I think right here. Hold on. All right, let me see. All right, now let me play it back because it wasn't clear. And this is we're talking about Cam Johnson now. So right after that, he actually hurts his knee, and this is my problem with Embiid is the fact that he has to move laterally with all of that weight, man. A person that big was not meant to actually move laterally like that, and it's the same thing with Zion Williamson, and like he gets a lot of lower extremity injuries. It's the same exact thing, man. You gotta chase guys off the perimeter, man. Like if you let a team get hot from three, sometimes the game could be over in the second quarter, man. I mean, I've seen it. Blowouts. I mean, you up 25, 30 something points in the second quarter if a team gets hot from three, and you have to have the foot speed to really kind of get out there and challenge these guys, man. You see a Steph Curry, they can easily switch and beat onto him. And it's yeah, I would pass on Joel Embiid. And if you're the Philadelphia 76ers, then you're kind of crazy for not actually doing that damn deal if the Knicks actually called and made an inquiry, right? So yeah. All right. I mean, listen. The Karl Anthony Towns is good, man. I mean, his defense is really, really bad. What you hope with Cat is that he can just like get into a game and knock down 6 threes in a row, right? Because again, most big men do not want to, especially like guys like Zion and Embiid, 280-pound guys, Jokic, Yusuf Nurkic. I mean, these guys don't want to go out there and guard the 3-point line. The centers today are more like Wemby, right? Because of all the 3-point shooting, like that has the foot speed to get out there and guard the perimeter. All right, so what you guys think? Let me know. More Knicks content actually coming. I am shifting. I was covering the Brooklyn Nets, and now I'm shifting more into the actual Knicks. So we'll do some net stuff too, but mostly it's gonna be like Knicks for the actual time being. So definitely like, comment, subscribe. Certainly share this video. When you share, the universe certainly shares back with you. Peace.